Activate Wavering Eyes for 4. Response. Oh, you don't have the Ash Blossom? Congratulations. That's Pendulum Mirror Matches in a nutshell. Magic card hostile. Wavering Eyes. Destroy 4. I hate this card so much. It's so broken. Onward. And now, there was Charcoal Robbie, your rendition of Until I Find a Black Shirt That I Like. So, we won locals with Jeff Jones's Pendulum Magician deck. And you guys, for some reason, like me, giving reports on locals, amongst other things. We're not going to do anything special with the deck profile. I literally net decked it card for card. I do want to say a few things about Jeff's list, though. The Pendulum Mirror is ridiculous because of this card. We have built-in outs to the mirror, which is absolutely crazy. Jeff's list with the hand traps, his build was pretty basic for what we understood. A few people were tinkering around and playing Decode Talker. A friend of mine came over last night, was playtesting, was playing Jeff's build pretty much with Decode Talker. I understand why Jeff wasn't playing Decode. If there's a situation where the Decode lives to terraform the extra zones to Pendulum Summon, it's going to be the only value you're going to get out of that. I feel like you're only going to get that value if you're playing in more of a local scenario. You know, the deck was designed to play in the high scale event that it was, and there's that to it. If you're adjusting it with Decode Talker, you're planning to play for more of a local event. Alright, so there's that. Don't play Decode. Stop. Alright, so playing Jeff's list. If you guys don't know what Jeff's list was, it was the 41 with the Oath Dragon. So many people miscued the list. Jeff's list pretty standard. I mean, okay, so my friend's been playing Pendulum Editions for 3 months, and I ended up playing the deck last Saturday and Sunday-ish, was tinkering with it, and then Jeff's list came out. I started playing it. We started with the German list, and we went to Jeff's build, and then my friend that's been playing the deck for 3 months sat down and played with him at locals. I lost game 1 because my opponent opened this card, and I didn't open up this card. My friend taught me some things I didn't know about the deck, and it's pretty good when you're learning from your opponent's turn 2 plays. I mean, when you open up, when you don't open up this card to go searching for your scales, you're gonna have a bad time. Game 2, Omega rolled with the stupid Astrograph Magician backing up my board. Pretty good. Wavering Eyes with Astrograph is actually pretty nutty, and the fact that you can trigger double Iris off of Wavering Eyes to go get your Star Pendulum Graph, and the fact that that effect isn't once per turn is actually pretty bonkers, which is actually pretty cool for the deck. The fact that the pendulum effects for Iris and whatnot typically aren't limited to once per turn is pretty good. Also, I never really noticed any issue with double Astrograph. 2 was fine. I mean, you can go search for it off Wavering Eyes if you really need to. No real issue with that. Round 2, I played... What did I play? I believe I played something roguish. I don't think it was really important. I ended up playing against Spirals round 4. Destroyed that matchup. Pendulum Magicians, pre-double Helix. It actually is relatively easy to beat that deck. And we've been having a few discussions about Pendulum Magicians versus Spirals. My friend has this really weird theory. Gotta love friend theories. Look at me, come on. Friend theories. When your friend says, Pendulum Magicians don't have it so bad going second against Spirals, or Spirals going second against Pendulum Magician. I don't know how accurate that theory is going to be. I want to believe that Pendulum Magician at full power with triple wavering and triple scroll combat can do something, but your issue is going to be, we all know spirals are just infinitely way better with the loops that that deck can create, and it's going to be a shame. Maybe Magicians will adapt and be the second best deck, all because of Time Pendulum Graph. This card's pretty good. Yeah, blurred camera. Look at this. This stupid card just lets you send stuff to the graveyard if there are no feasible targets. Look at this. Come on. This card is actually just bonkers. I actually didn't realize that this just gets spot removal for absolutely no reason. And it's so good. I really wish I knew what my other matchups were for you guys. Also, the double Performa Pal Pendulum Sorcerer, if you scale it to get to the 1,000 on the Scroll Combat, it's actually pretty decent. If not, it just searches for a Scroll Combat for the next turn. Which actually, when I initially looked at Jeff's list, I was like, why is he playing it? It gets you your standalone next turn support, which is pretty good. I can tell you this, your matchup against Paleo is really good. Oh, I played against Trickstars. Trickstars game 1, I rolled out Trapeze Omega, which is pretty standard for the deck. I mean, you Omega shoot, and then you put Trapeze in the zone, so when it comes back, your opponent can't answer that. Game 2, I got Trickstar Reincarnation, Draw and Lockbirded. Game 3, I went down to 500 because the field spell targeted the Time Pendulum Graph. Probably should have activated it much sooner, but I opted not to. And then, during the end phase, I did my stuff, and I rolled Omega, Trapeze Magician. My opponent drew to 2 cards in hand, and scooped. There's nothing you can do in those scenarios. The fact that Trapeze Magician actually exists, and the fact that this deck has such a wider range of toolbox level options. My biggest complaint about this deck, though, is if your opponent answers your tuner, your secondary skill set to go down, such as your Xyz, or if you're going to go into the 1 fusion, your skill tree in the Xyz isn't particularly all that good. I didn't find myself at any time. I understand why he plays Lightning. It's a huge out and things like that, but I feel like anytime I can make a Synchro, the Synchro is just going to be better than the Xyz option. And even as like a general combo extender and things like that, you know, ending on Time Star Omega or ending on Omega with Tornado Dragon. Tornado Dragon Omega was probably one of my most optimal plays. I made Dweller. Oh, there was one Graveyard Resilient match I played. Man, I don't remember what it was. I ended up making Dweller, and it ended up being the correct play. So rolled Omega, rolled Dweller. You'd be surprised how many times you actually make that one Omega in this deck. The fact that Omega, if for some reason the target for the Harmonizing is banished, Omega can just toggle it back if for some reason you decide not to shoot the Omega. I think there was one scenario where I made Omega and I didn't choose to shoot it off. I let my opponent draw for turn. It was because my opponent had 3 cards in their hand, so it was okay to toggle the Black Fang back into the graveyard. Definitely not bad. Also, this getting back Wavering Eyes is pretty bonkers. Crimson Blader, I don't know. I really like this deck. If you're playing against Paleo, like, siding in triple Zaphion, triple Denko Sekka, going second, seems so good. I'm actually really disappointed in myself that I didn't realize that siding 6 cards for Paleo was better than 3. For when the format started, I blinked for some reason. I was like, oh man, Denko is the best thing. We're going to go with Denko. And then my friend was borrowing one of my Zaphions, and I saw it in the side deck. I'm like, oh crap, Jeff played 3 Zaphion on the side. That's pretty good. And then same thing with D-Barrier, going first in Pendulum, just being able to declare Pendulum and lock your opponent out. Oh, so good. There's a reason why this deck is the best deck at the moment. The fact that your pure skill tree can go down in any path. Your issue is, if, like I said, if your opponent outs your tuner, you're not going to have a fun time. And I mean, like, playing locally, being able to beat Trickstars, Spirals, and then stupid Mirror Match. I feel like the Mirror Match, I understand why people say it's skillful, But unfortunately, because Wavering Eyes exist, I don't think that the mirror match is really all that skillful. It sounds so bad. Actually, Wavering Eyes for 2 and my opponent chained Cosmic Cyclone. Felt really bad. Well, Robbie, why did you wait to do it on their turn? Because we had the purple poison guy, and we really wanted to kill one of his monsters. But unfortunately, we weren't quite lucky in how things were resolving. So there's that. Just a nice little locals report for you guys. I really like Jeff's build. I don't really think I'm going to change anything at the moment. I don't think I'd want to play Decode Talker. That was the only real thing that I've seen people discuss. But, I mean, for a local format, sure. Outside of that, until then, if you want an easy deck to play until Spirals come out, play Pendulum Magicians. Most of you should already have everything. Since so many people are like, oh, it's the worst set ever. I never want to see this again. Wasn't that bad. Yeah, by the way, want a Pendulum call? This thing really sucks when it gets at. So, like, you go first. You'll never understand the pain until your hand is so trash that you have to activate Pendulum Call, and your opponent ashes it. I'd rather them ash the Pendulum Call than the Desires, to be honest, but the amount of times my Desires got negged, it's really bad. 3 Desires isn't bad either, contrary to popular belief. If you resolve double Desires, you should already have everything you need and you shouldn't have an issue. Or you could be like me and Desires into an Ash Blossom and a Maxi, and just kind of have to pass turn because you can't finish the job. Alright, so I've got to say for this video. Guys, Blue Shirt Squad, like this video. Hope you guys enjoyed a little discussion on Jeff's deck and my locals report. And Deuce Arenos, my audience Reno. Don't forget Charcoal Robbie. He won't be back. Just kidding. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.